Okay, folks, Paul here and Greg with Paradise Marine, and you guys are having a boat show out here at the marina today.
Yes, sir. Beautiful day for a boat show.
Nice. Anyway, today I really want to talk about like this particular pontoon boat we're sitting on here. Is there still a market for it? Are people buying them with the interest rates going up a little bit?
Yes, they are.
And
yes, they are.
Because this last year, you not personally, but your office over there, we left for America's Great Loop. We couldn't find an outboard. They could not get it. That was last May.
Right.
No, I'm sorry. It was the beginning of the year, so it would have been right around that December. I went into your parts department. They helped me, but he said, you know, I can't get it on time.
Right. Right.
Are you still having those problems?
Yes. Yeah. Outboard motors are up to today. They're hard to get. Yeah.
You're one of the few even marinas on the 59 there that I can go by and see outboards on just about all of your boats, because you guys pre-ordered these or something?
Yeah, so we've always stocked motors in the past, do a lot of repowers on boats, and kept a large inventory of motors. So we're kind of smart, kind of got ahead of the game and ordered up motors knowing that this was kind of coming.
Okay.
Motors are coming. So yeah, most of our new boats do have motors on them, sail ready. As far as repowering for someone, we just don't have them there. You know, those motors are kind of tagged for the boats that are coming in.
And you still have to order those, and that's all because there's a shipping supply.
Yes.
There's everything is affected,
everything.
right?
Yep.
And it just magnifies.
Yep.
And so motors. And then another thing, while me and Bev were looping, we switched boats. We tried to buy seats. We couldn't even buy seats because of the foam. Is there still a foam shortage? Or
there's still a foam shortage. Manufacturers are still playing catch up.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's, we do have a good inventory right now. We are selling boats today, of course. Boat show helps a lot. But yeah, as far as
people getting ready for the summer,
customers are still waiting on boats to come in that we've ordered months ago.
Oh wow,
sure are.
And then has the interest rates gone up a little, or about?
Starting to see a little rise in interest rates. You see a lot of surcharges from manufacturers. You know, so you get hit with price increases with boats and everything. So it's kind of played a factor in the retail part of it, but people are still buying boats, still waiting on boats to come in.
Right, because I think I talked about it in Wednesday's video a little bit that the population, there's still people with money, and those people that have money, they're not going to really be that much affected by all this weirdness that's going on in the country and the economy. And a point on the interest rate, it's not really going to stop somebody.
That's right.
And how many cash buyers right now is there?
There's still quite a few cash buyers.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because that's where I've learned to live debt free. And when I go to buy my pontoon boat, what can I expect to pay? What's the lower end of a pontoon boat and what's the higher end? Because when we were out on the loop, we saw a triple engine. It was a beautiful like this, just a really beautiful. It was 250,000, but like 450 horsepower racing engines.
Exactly.
Triple of them, and the lady said, yeah, it was a $2.5 million,
right.
or $250,000.
That sounds about right. Yeah. So, there's cheaper made pontoon boats. Everything that we carry mostly are tri-tune boats, saltwater packages. So our boats are going to start mid to upper 50s. Okay. We do our package deal, boat, motor, and trailer, and they can go up to a boat like this. It's going to be in the 90s.
90,000. This is a beautiful boat right here. Beautiful. I love the flooring on it.
Lots of
comfortable.
Lights,
it looks
luxury.
Like somebody thought out everything here.
Yeah.
We took our grandkids out not too long ago. I think it was the year before we came to do the loop. We rented a pontoon boat similar to this, not as nice as this, but and we just had a blast on it.
They're fun.
Absolute blast.
Fun. And the ride's incredible on these boats nowadays. They're not your old
they're not
Popo boats anymore. I mean, this one has 200. You're going to cruise 40-something miles an hour in a boat.
It's just when I grew up, the pontoon boats had 25, 50 horsepower engines on them. They did 10, 15 miles.
Plowed the water.
Yeah.
They're
not the case
not today
anymore.
No more. No, these are. See a lot of these out in the bays and a lot of fun. It's like having a living room on the water. All the kids can enjoy.
Even some of them have right here in the drive station. We'll have a little porta potty in them and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can get some with slides on them, porta potties,
everything.
Bars. I mean, it's endless what you can do with these boats. A lot of fun.
Yeah, and so now where do you project like this year, because this is the boat show, and you have sold boats at this show?
Yes, we started boat show Friday, and within the hour of the boat show, we sold 2 or 3 boats right out of the bat.
Oh wow!
Today we've already written some up. yesterday. A little slower yesterday. Got a lot of events going on, of course, but
right.
A lot of be-backs. And what normally happens is next week we get the phone calls. Yeah, we decided to buy a boat. If it didn't buy one here, so.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, as far as the.
Because you've been doing this for how long?
I've been in the boat industry for about 4.5 years now.
Nice. And you like selling the boats and everything?
Love it. Been around it my whole life since I was 2 years old.
And have you been with Paradise the entire time?
The entire time, yes.
And so in that 4 years, have you been doing sales for the 4 years?
Yes.
All right. And so have you seen? I mean, are we at top of the market now, or the bottom of the market, or flattening out?
I would say we were at the top of the market last year.
Because it was weird. Well, it was totally unexpected.
Totally strange with the epidemic going on.
Yeah, but
that boosted sales like it did everything else, because of course people didn't want to sit at home. They didn't have anything to do. They wanted to come out, buy boats, and depleted our inventory. We actually ran down to 0 boats on the lot, sold everything.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
But now I see, when I drive by there, I see the lots filled back up.
It's not filled completely up.
No,
but
there's more boats.
We're starting to get boats in. Nothing like we used to get. We'd get 2 trailer loads a week, and now we're down to 1 every 3 or 4 weeks with fewer boats on it. The manufacturers are just still trying to play catch up, because not just us, but every dealer.
Are these boats built in America right here?
Yes, absolutely.
But some of the parts, like the foam, the engines come from?
Yes, and some of them are still sitting in containers, out on cargo ships.
The parts are?
Yes.
Yes. And so then the manufacturer's waiting for the parts, and that holds it up?
Yes.
Nice.
So it's been kind of strange.
And what do you think this year? Do you think this year moving forward, you're going to see the same sales you did last year, or do you think
I don't think you'll see the same amount of sales. We actually started out really good, though. I mean,
this year,
January, February, I've never seen a January, February like that. For myself, it started out strong, because you had a lot of people that were not able to buy a boat last year because of the inventory.
Oh yeah.
And so once our inventory started coming in, they're back.
Call them up and say.
Yes. So we had a good start. Still doing well with it. I don't see it just flattening out. I think we still got another 1.5 2 years of.
Here's what, because on my YouTube channel, I'm a broker, and I sell I concentrate on the probably the 20-30-year-old trawlers, that $100,000 to, let's say, $400,000 range boats. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit bigger than they can do the loop on. And my advice is that market's not going to fall out. I believe this market, the only thing we'll see in this market right here, and this is just my opinion, mm-hmm. is some people, if they're overstretched with their finance, we may see some bank repos on these style of boats.
Right.
And it's not going to be a whole lot. It's not what people are going to think. It's going to be a few of them will trickle into the market, and you'll see, you might see this boat first, not this one, a couple year older that comes in a repo another 2 years from now, that you might pick up for $40,000-$50,000, an $80,000 boat, but it's not going to be as many as we think it's going to be.
No, I don't think so either.
No, especially, I know that our Gulf Shore demographics are, there are a lot of retired people.
Right.
They have money. They have their pensions. They have everything. So,
smart buyers.
Yeah, they're budgeted. They know what they can afford. They didn't get over their heads, and that's this market right here. Right. And I think a lot of that, when you get close to the water, is basically the same thing. Right. There are some little bit different demographics, but I tell them, I live life with no regrets. It's what my channel's all about, and I tell people, for me, it's get out on there's no amount of money you could put on this boat, and the enjoyment you could get for you and your family, and
you're only gonna live once.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's.
And do you want to get to that age? You don't know this, but last year my father, just before I left on the loop, passed away, and then this last week my mother passed away, and me and my brother were with her. But it's all about, when you start getting up in there 80 years old and you didn't buy this boat when you're 30, 40 years old, it's
regrets.
You're going to live with regret, and you shouldn't live with regret.
That's right.
I don't care if you go bankrupt. I really don't. Go bankrupt, but if you got to enjoy that boat for 1 year, dude, it's worth every. So I'm hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm hard.
I feel the same way, man. Yeah. I mean, my motto is you only live once. If there's something you want to do it.
You got to do it.
Something you want to buy, do it.
Right.
The way the market is right now, you can buy a boat and turn around and sell it, because
There's also this other thing coming out. I see a lot of it where you can buy it's not, I don't want to say timeshare, but a piece share or something where do we have any of that in Gulf Shores?
Yeah, there's a company that rent out boats. In other words, basically a rental type program, a club, boat club. I forget the name of it.
And then you can.
It's pretty good, you know, if you're not going to be here all the time. If you want to do something like that, because you're not going to get the same boat that you
you get whatever's
available at that time, right? You know, there's some pros and cons with that as well, but you know, nothing like owning your own boat.
No, there's
not.
You
want to. No rules.
I've probably owned 3 pontoon boats over my life, and I got to tell you, if you asked me what boat I bought that I regretted, none of them.
Right.
I've enjoyed every single one of them.
Me. Yep.
I've owned them for one reason or another, and you know, to take my grandkids out on something like this, pull them on a tube, because these things have changed.
Right.
It ain't that 25. Even I saw it when I was growing up, the 15, 20 horses, you know, and
exactly.
I'm like, now it's not like that anymore. These things are just as respectful as a full-on cruiser, and to some aspects, you rinse this thing off, throw a cover over, walk away from it.
We call these spray and play boats. I mean, you play in them, spray them off, clean them up, cover them up, and wait for your next weekend.
Yeah, and just have a blast every single weekend consistently. Something goes wrong, you just drive it over, take the outboard out, get it serviced once a year, and it's ready for the next year. And I don't think you can beat it.
No,
so.
Not at all.
Hey, Greg, I appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely.
You so much. And if any of you guys, we'll put your information down here and your number and the address and everything. You want to come in and stop by and say hi to him, he'll happy to show you any boat on the lot. And you can pre-arrange, and you know, if you put a deposit down, you take them out their first time and everything.
Absolutely. Take them out. Make sure that's the boat for you. If it's not the boat for you, it's not your boat.
Correct. So, and then move on to the next one, or a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Before we end the video, what's the average size of one of these now, and what do you sell the most of?
The most average size we sell of these are going to be 22, 24 foot tri-toons.
Nice.
That's going to be about your average size.
Nice.
Yep.
Anyway, live life with no regret. I do. I think Greg does too.
Absolutely.
And thank you guys so much for watching. You got any questions, make sure you get contact him. I'll put his contact information down below there. And anybody who wants to come over there to Paradises, which is right here on the 59 in Gulf Shores, and then come over here and have lunch at Lulu's, you won't regret it. Anyway, peace out, and thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.